I hope you have enjoyed the journey of the mental series. 14 different aspects have been covered, from why golf psychology right through to key areas of course management and strategy, an effective practice system, techniques to relax, techniques to concentrate and focus, and much more. You should by now have a complete toolkit. What remains is a key aspect now of how do you put all of this together in readiness and prepare for competition to do well and sustain a top performance. So this clip is going to focus on that. And I have 25 key points, tips and suggestions for you. If you work on all of these aspects and embrace them, you will be hard to beat. You'll be ready to perform at your top ability. You'll be able to sustain that top performance. So let's get right to it. I will, for each tip and point, just mention one or two elements so as to keep this relatively brief and still give you a comprehensive overview. The first is have an attitude for competition. That's really key. And there are three elements to that. Learn to relax. Learn to manage your feelings and not be distracted by others or the weather conditions or by noise. And learn to visualize every shot as part of your shot routine. The second is achieve your peak performance. Some of the critical ingredients are do the basics well. The setup, the posture, the grip, the alignment. Do your basics well. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Nice and easy. Keep it simple. Know your shot shape and know your game. And practice the short game a lot. It is a significant part of your game, of your round, of your competition, of your result. At least 25% or more. So the more you practice the short game, which includes bunker shots, recovery shots, putting, bump and runs, little chips, the better. Third, get the driver in shape. Try to focus on hitting more and many fairways. Even for the first tee, really important to get that confidence going for the round. And I've mentioned a plan B swing in one or two of my clips, as well as how to ensure that that first driver shot is on the fairway. Fourth, have a clear but flexible plan, especially a mental plan. And that's very important. Not just what shots you're going to hit, but what moments you're going to use to breathe, what self-talk phrases you've got ready that you know work. Have a complete mental plan. Apply the techniques of concentration, relaxation, breathing that I outlined in earlier clips. Fifth, although I've touched on it, visualize the whole game. So if you're going into a competition, visualize the whole game. Hopefully you've had a chance to walk that course or play it and map it out, perhaps using Google Earth or other tools. But visualize the whole game before the game, on the range, on practice areas, in a practice round. And before the game, visualize the entire game all the 18 holes, how you're going to play them. You add to that the visualizing of every shot as part of your shot routine. That will really equip you well. If possible, have a practice round on that course. Really important also to take down very explicit notes as you do the practice round. Look at the greens. Look at whether they are 2-tier or 3-tier. Look at the slopes of the greens. If you have advanced information of where the pins might be, even think about practicing for each of those days for each of those different pins on every hole. Focus on also, very importantly, where to go and where not to go, because that will help you with your course plan and your course management. It also gives you confidence when you face each hole. Have a rangefinder or a GPS device in that practice round, even better, because as you've seen from some of the previous advice on course management in particular, map from the pin back to the tee for every hole. So work out your shots, work out your distances, work out which clubs you're going to hit based on where you're going to go. Next, be process focused, not results focused. So don't think about birdies, bogeys, my 63 or 68. Don't be focused on the result. The result will take care of itself. Be process focused. Learn to stay in the zone. Learn to be relaxed. Learn to make all of that part of your shot routine, including the visualization as part of that, and the setup, and the release of muscle tension. So, be process focused. The result will take care of itself. Next, focus on what you can control. Not everybody has every shot in the bag. Not everybody can do a major hook around a tree. So focus on what you can control and on the shots you know you can hit and execute well. If you happen to hit a bad shot or get bad luck, then use some of the tools I've suggested of how to get over that 10-second short-term memory, where you maybe reflect on that as you walk towards where the ball has now ended up, and then blank your mind, start all over again. Focus on a really good and complete shot routine each and every time. Know your weaknesses and your strengths, but focus on your strengths. Don't let your weaknesses take over. Don't let your weaknesses affect you. The fact that you know them is good, because you then know whether you have the shot in the bag. You know not to take on the hero shot if you don't have it in the bag. But focus on your strengths and know your strengths and execute where you are strong. Focus on the task at hand, so the shot that you're coming up to do. Not the overall round, not the holes up to there, because that's over. And not the next few holes. Don't think you've got to make it up. Focus on the task at hand, one at a time. Practice the breathing. Practice staying in the zone. Practice all the techniques I've suggested that go into the post-shot routine. Focus on the task at hand. 10th, do what you know works. There will be mistakes. Look at mistakes as a real learning opportunity and a challenge opportunity. But focus on what you know works. Works for you, for your swing, for your club, for your technique, for your style of shot shape and trajectory. Let the mistakes be learning opportunities and challenge opportunities, or bad luck be learning opportunities and challenge opportunities, not what you focus on. A reliable way to control your emotions in a competition is to lean on your routine. If you've got that pre-shot, shot and post-shot routine down pat, including all the elements that could go into it. Have a look at the clip I've done on short routines and all the constituent components of that, which includes breathing exercises, which includes muscle tension release exercises, elements. Lean on your routine when you most need it. You should be using it in every case, but when things go wrong, where you've had some bad luck, your routine becomes your critical get out of jail free card. 12. Expect the unexpected. It will happen because of weather, because of luck, because of particular days where you may not swing quite the same as the days before. So expect it, the unexpected, and have and use your plan B swing should you face that. Take a look at the plan B swing that I have suggested in some of my clips. 13. As Patrick Cantley so well summarized recently, golf is just golf. Yes, a competition is a little different to other rounds, but treat it like a normal round. It isn't a normal round, but you treat it like a normal round. And remember, it is just golf after all. It's not life and death. So use that as a good relaxing moment within and during the competition. Build some resilience into your competition. How do you do that? Well, within a 7-day period before the competition, test yourself in pressure situations. It might be entering another competition. It might be doing a competitive round with one of your pals. It might be in a club event. Test yourself in some pressure situations to already get used to the sort of tension and concerns and practice then the techniques. So you build resilience when you actually get to the day of competition. 15th, expect to be nervous. In fact, that's good. If you're nervous, you can stay focused. But use the nerves as a positive force of energy. Look at Colin Morikawa, who just won the DP Championship in Dubai. He talked about how he felt nerves on the first tee in each round. And he used it in the last round to really make a drive to win. Amazing. So, expect to be nervous, use it in a positive way. 16th, important, in the lead up to the competition, chill out. Have a chill out evening, have a chill out day. It's really important that you're not overconsumed by it just before the competition. Do all the prep work that I've been listing out, and I will list in the remaining points, but have a chill out evening, have a chill out day. 17th, as part of that, relax the evening before. So don't get tense and nervous about the next day. Actually, that's the evening before when you should relax. Think positive thoughts. Experience other positive things, including perhaps using some of those breathing and relaxing techniques. But also other things that you prefer to do. Many of the pros, for example, they go fishing or they go into the range, but then they relax the evening before, doing something completely different, watching one of their favorite movies, whatever it happens to be. 18th, make sure well before that your entire kit is ready. Your clubs are cleaned, you have the tees ready in the right place, the right number of balls in the right place, your towel, etc. So make sure all the elements, including your snacks, including water, are all well and ready well before the day. 19th, and I've emphasized this throughout the process, eat right, sleep right, drink plenty of water, especially in the week leading up to a competition and the night before. And the right meal before the competition, right snacks during it, and then the right meal or snacks afterwards to help your muscles recover. Take a look at the 2 clips that I've done on nutrition for golf. Very important. 20th, arrive early, at least 45 to 60 minutes before, so that you don't feel rushed, so that you can double check your kit bag, go and check the putting green, practice green, and revisit your thoughts about slopes and pace, short putts, long putts. Have a look at the clips I've done on quiet eye and putting in particular. But arrive early enough that you don't feel rushed, and you can also do some of your warm-ups and stretches before. 21, although I touched on it, get used to the speed on the green. So go to the practice green area and make sure you particularly focus on the speed of the greens. Remember, in putting, pace is even more important than line. Of course, line is also important, particularly in a competition, but pace is critical. To avoid those 3 putts, get the pace right. So that's the first thing you should practice and focus. As part of that, work on short putts and long putts, and get used to reading the green in different ways, so that when you actually go into the competition, you've already narrowed down what seems to work for you on the day, having tried it on the practice green. So it might be the triangle method, it might be the 2-finger method, whichever has worked for you. Practice that fairly quickly in the time that you have, well before you start. If you have a few practice shots on the range of the course that you're going to play on, be very strategic about your practice shots. Think about the first shot on the first tee. So focus a couple of swings on that. Focus a couple of things on playing the rest of the hole. So do that first drive, do that second shot into the green, do the putt, even in your mind. But you will have done that already on the practice green. So you play the first hole. So be very strategic on the practice range. 24th, have fun, enjoy. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, even in a competition. So you would have heard Nelly Korda say recently how, as she takes a mindset of having fun and forces herself to really see it just as a fun game, she actually performs so much better. So have fun. And then finally, but not least, after the game, after the competition, perhaps not earlier than 2 hours later, do a good post-round analysis, including a process scorecard. That'll set you up for your practice system thereafter, and it'll set you up for your next competition. Take a look at the clip I've just done on post-round analysis. Very important part of your entire competitive round. And really critical to look at areas where you wanted that went well and that you could do slightly better the next time. I hope this quick tour de table of 25 key points on how to get ready for and prepare for competition well, using the entire mental toolkit that I've outlined and given you in some depth in the last 15 to 18 clips, will be helpful to you, will get you the results you want, will give you the enjoyment you're going to get from the game, and the gratitude of being able to play this wonderful game outdoors. See you on the flip side, my friends. Happy golfing, and do well in the competition.